Yes and no. I think you guys are
We definitely
you guys affirm that he's a Messiah together.
well that's besides the point. According to us, according to you guys, that's just a difference in like definition of film. But in our perspective, right?
But go ahead, finish what you said.
No, it's good. It's not really talking about the situation because they prevailed, right? They became God.
What were they doing? What Allah?
Well, the Arabic, I actually know. So the Arabic word is love, which means like adherent. They became like the most adherent group of people, like the most well known. So
Yeah.
it's most well known about Christ that he is the Messiah.
Well, that's great. Now, so they became the most well known, and that includes their message. It's not.
Not necessarily
So Jesus said, "You are my helper." Disciples stand up and say, "So the helping Jesus, what does that mean? Helping. Well, how does helping? Does it mean helping?
yeah, help God. God is
It says the helpers of Allah.
on thought. Supporter of David Victory. But it's not like they literally help God. It's that you're a supporter of God in the sense that you support humanity.
So
Not
how are
that
they?
you're helping God directly.
Go ahead. How are they supporting God? What does that mean to support God?
So we can look
That's
at
not
God.
supporting them.
Well, you support it and say that you
But what does it mean to support? What does it mean to help Allah? What does it mean to do when you're doing an action? Helping Allah. Jesus, he asked, who's going to stand with me and help Allah? What is he calling them to do? They already believe. What is he calling them to do?
I'm not sure that if you're saying my answer is good, I'm telling you my answer. You don't have to. What's your answer?
Oh, you who believe, be helpers of Allah. So notice the context. The helpers of Allah are already believers, right?
Sure.
So the believing part is not helping. They already believe. But he's calling them to an action. All believers, be Allah's helpers. Even as Jesus said to his disciples, who are my helpers before Allah? They say, we are Allah. They already believe. So what is the action that they are being called to do that is designated as being helpers of Allah?
Do you have Quran.com? I think if you click on the link that's your button, it will tell you exactly what it is. You don't have to do anything. So if you want to read that and you're reading the Quran, put it up on the screen and just read through the commentary.
Would you agree that it's spreading the message?
I agree that supporting Allah, what is supporting Allah?
Spreading his message.
Supporting Allah is involved being a good Muslim, and not meaning that you submit to Allah.
They already submitted. They already believe. Already believe. So they're already, right? They're already doing it.
Calling them here.
So wouldn't it just make sense that since they're believers, being believers is not what it means to help Allah, but spreading the message of Allah, spreading the truth of Allah to others, that's being a helper of Allah.
Okay. Let's just read the tafsir here. So I have the this is معرفة القرآن. This is Ibn Kathir as well. Okay. I cited Ibn Kathir before. Let's just read through it. We don't have to do any guessing.
Okay.
Alright. I don't know if I can share screen here or...
Here's Ibn Kathir what it says it. Ibn Kathir?
Yeah, can you get it from Quran.com just so that the translation might be a little bit...
I know how to use it like that, honestly. But you're on your computer?
Yeah.
Do you want to share your screen? Just push the present button.
Alright.
There you go.
1 second here. Alright. So this is the tafsir of Ibn Kathir.
Can you zoom in?
Yes. Alright. So here it explains, first of all, that Muslims are the natural supporters of Allah.
Can you skip to the part, the relevant part? Can you skip to where he says,
Well, you're asking who are the supporters, so let's answer it.
Right there, he says it. We are Allah's helpers. Where he breaks that down, we are Allah's helpers, meaning, breaks that down. You see it? We are Allah's helpers, meaning, no, below that.
Okay.
There you go, right there.
Alright. We will support you with regards to the message you have been sent with, and will help you convey it. Okay. Whereby Isa sent the disciples to the various areas of Sham, that's like modern day Syria, and the Levant, to call the Greeks and Israelites to Islam. Similarly, during the days of Hajj, Allah's messenger used to ask, will support me in conveying the message of my Lord? Verily, Quraysh have prevented me from conveying the message.
So being a helper of Allah is
So let's figure out what this message is. Let's not just assume.
That's phase 2. Trust me, we haven't said what the message is just yet. But right now, we're just identifying what it means to be a helper of Allah. And that means to spread his message, right?
Sure, Allah's message. Yeah.
Very good. So spreading Allah's message. Now, so the disciples, they stand up and they're like, we're going to spread Allah's message. We're going to help you spread this message. And so they became dominant, all right? Allah supported them. And they became dominant over the Muslims, specifically in spreading the message of Allah, right?
Sure.
Very good. So that means that the message they spread is the most well-known, the most dominant message.
Sure.
So the question is,
disciples.
Right. Now that's phase 1. Now phase 2, exactly the question you asked. What is that message? So the way that we can tackle this is asking this question. Among the followers of Jesus, what is the dominant message, or what has been the dominant message among those who refer to themselves as Christians or the followers of Jesus?
That's a different. That's different than what is being talked about here.
No, it's not. It's the message of the disciples.
Yeah, the message of the disciples.
So what was that message? What is the dominant message among the disciples of Jesus?
Is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, are those attributed to the disciples of Jesus directly?
Yep.
Where's our proof for that?
Well, we could get to that. That's a tertiary subject.
No,
Now,
that's our subject because
it's
we're
not.
saying this is a message, and
Brother, if you want to reject, trust me, scale. If you want to reject Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, reject them. They're not in the discussion. They're not on the table. My question is simply, what is the prevailing message, the dominant message amongst the followers of Christians?
the followers of the disciples, the prevailing message is that there is one true God, worship Him, and believe in Him.
What about his crucifixion? Was it really mentioned that he was crucified or any?
And here, okay, well, let's talk about the years where the step was lit. With the belief that the crucifixion happened, and that Jesus died for our sins 600 years later, so 400 years later.
400 years? So why is it that
We don't have any sources going back to the first century.
have you heard of the first 15
I heard Corinthians,
So 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 3, reading that traces back to the 3 years.
we have a manuscript of that.
Well, it's a creed, it's a tradition.
We have a manuscript leading back to the third year.
We don't have to have a manuscript for it to be a creed shown to be a tradition.
Well, I can say anything because I can say that was later edited.
Yeah, what would be your evidence? What would be your evidence for this editing? What would be your evidence of a manuscript that we have that was edited? We're talking about following.
Yeah. Paul was beginning the 12.
It doesn't have to be one. Where's your Quran say that you had 12?
I guess we don't say we had 12, but we're talking about the disciples of Paul.
Yeah, Paul 12.
That's his name. But yeah, we're talking about
Wait, where do you get that?
Paul first saw Jesus.
Did. The road to Damascus is saw Jesus. That's what turned him.
According to where Jesus.
Acts chapter 9. Saw Jesus. Spoke to him directly.
Can we learn something?
Acts chapter, just read it. But really, it's right there. It's not a vision. On the road to Damascus, he sees a bright light, blinded him.
That was wild during Jesus.
Jesus is alive. Why not?
Well, let's bring it. Let's look at the specific.
Now, as he went on his way, he approached Damascus, and suddenly a light Scripture say that this was vision.
Say that this is
On the road to Damascus,
light from heaven. That this is not. You can have any
that could be that's a nice compliment. But you need to give me something that refutes what I'm saying. Give me something. Right here we see that Paul's in the road to Damascus. And he sees the light. And because he saw this light, because I can do this to you and show you how there's not even a level where what belief in Muhammad has any substance compared to your If you want to doubt all revelation, the way you see that we have before. So, but I'm trying to say something. What is the dominant message? Hello? What is the dominant message among the following? What's the dominant message? Is it that he wasn't crucified or that he was? Dominant message become that he was crucified? Or has it always been that he was?
They prevail.
No.
Right. So, first of all, talking about prevail in the context of history. Right? There are three people. One group believes that, one group believes this, another group believes that. This one prevails. Right? So that can be talked about. We can also be talking about prevail on the scale of the entirety of our when we go to the afterlife, we'll be judged. Right? We'll find that each message will win over the message of the true believer and the true believer. Right? And on the day of the afterlife, that is the prevailing message. It won. So you can see it in a couple ways. It's not necessarily that, oh, the majority of people in the year 2025 believe this thing about Jesus, just because the disciples in the first century had a certain, like, you're not connecting everything together. If in 30 years the prevailing message is the flat structure, what about the age of the system? Get back. What about the age? I explained what one. That's how I had it. I don't think you agree. I don't think you agree to what I just said. You agree?
We set a foundation with the Muslims, and immediately, once it works against them, they have the most explosive case of dementia. They have the most. They just forget what happened 2 minutes. And this dude said, "Yeah, we went through some fear. He said we broke down the person and came to an agreement based on that to be a helper of Allah is spreading his message. And so they became dominant in spreading their message." We agreed with that. All of a sudden we forget that because it was him who said, well, we need to figure out what that message was. Let's not make any assumptions. And I said, well, no, Ed, exactly. That's phase two. Phase one is understanding that they are dominant in spreading their message. So their message is the dominant message. Phase two is, what was that? said that Allah supported the message of the followers of Jesus. Do you disagree? Allah supported the message of the followers of Jesus. This is what they said in the book. But first, we agree that the message of the followers of Jesus is the dominant message of the followers. Right? Dominant. That's the one that Allah said. I have a copy. Good. So that you still need to make a copy, right? Yeah. Good. Just check real quick. Check on YouTube, see what the title of the live stream is. Or, if you're here on Signal, look at the okay. You read it out loud? No, did you read it out loud? For the audience to hear, bro. No, here's good, right here. Your mother? Just before we go, your mic sounds a little muffled or blurry. Do you have headphones on, or are you connected to Bluetooth or something? Yeah, try that. Try that, because I want to make sure we can do it. Yeah, let me do that. I'll walk through and you're cool. I'll just read it. All glory to Jesus.
Like and subscribe. We're giving out these cards.
Mama, stop.
We're giving out these cards.
This is the prophet.
Like and subscribe.
Stop. Nonsense. Aaron said, I received this. This is